Live.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Take it from the top.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
I got him!
So don't get cocky.
This is about what's going to happen.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, who is Dr. Coconut Brian, and why this woman needs to get to the front of the plane so quickly, and is Airbnb going to change their name to Airbnb, and where this teenager refuses to kneel. All this and much, much more will be discussed here on DeaconLive. And for the next 60 minutes or so, we'll get you up to date on viral news stories and videos that you might have missed over the last several days, or we'll be talking about it here in the upcoming few. How are you? How are things going? Are you doing all right? Are you getting along with everyone? I hope you're getting along with someone, and someone's getting along with you. Now we kick off the story with this story. We kick off the show with this story. A little faux pas there. But this rock singer has now come out as a proudly gay man. The lead singer of Beartooth, the frontman Caleb Shomo, and his wife Fleur, F-L-E-U-R, I'm sure it's like Fleur or something like that, has confirmed that their marriage is over after the singer announced, the lead singer, Caleb, said that he's gay in a statement this past May 23rd, actually. The Beartooth frontman, 33 years old, admitted he spent years struggling with his sexuality, but felt compelled to set the record straight, to avoid hurting those that I love any further. End quote. Hours later, Fleur, his wife, who married Caleb in April of 2012, released her own statement on Instagram revealing that while she fully loves and supports Caleb, the past few months have been a hurtful time to navigate, end quote. Not really sure how to start this because does anything even need to be said, she continues, but I guess I'll just dive into it anyways. She said for the past few months have been very disorienting and a hurtful time to navigate for both of us. But I will always love, protect, and support Caleb, her husband. I have cared more about his well-being over the years than anything else in the world. She continued on with her, I guess, Instagram post to see the confusion and pain he went through and the highs and lows and wanting to help but not knowing how. You never, you never want anything more for your person than them just to be okay. You ask yourself constantly if you're a bad person and wondering what the fuck does this mean in your world, and the anger you also must feel. Fleur continued, she says, to support him whilst losing everything has been incredibly hard to figure out. You can love and support a person right through the hardest time of their life while being also completely demolished and lose yourself at the same time. So she goes on to confirm that the ending of the marriage, she added, our nearly 14 years of marriage was wonderful but full of so much love, adventure, and fun. Nobody knows anything about our marriage like we do, and no one can ever understand the truly depth of love existence between two people. Okay, so that's our whole entire thing. So what happened, I guess, the lead singer of Beartooth, right, says, I'm gay. Now, how many times have we heard this? I mean, where someone comes out and says, you know, I'm gay, I'm bisexual, I'm this, I'm that. Why are we making a big deal about it? It happens just because he's a rock star, because he's in the media eye. This happens every day with people. And we don't make news. We don't make press releases on it. Maybe in your own little circle. Oh, did you hear Tommy's not married to Patty anymore? Why? Well, you know, he's gay now, or she's gay now, or something stupid like that, you know? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. She's got a girlfriend, or he's got a boyfriend, or something like that. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Because of Beartooth? Now, I've got a little, sample of Beartooth. Let's hear what Beartooth sounds like. Maybe his music will give us a little insight as far as how he's feeling during this whole transformation from being a straight man hiding in the cupboards of marriage life to coming out to being a proud gay man. So here we go. Where's this song out? This is called, what is it? In Between? I know I'm going to get flagged somewhere, so hold on. Yeah. Sounds like a gay man, right? Run away from being gay. It's not bad. It's the type of music that I call back in the day. No one could come up with a name for it. There was a thing many years ago as far as rock and roll music that was coming out. The radio stations used to play nothing but rock, and the whole thing on the radio stations, like the FM dials. So there's a genre called butt rock, and it was like Limp Bizkit and all this new metal stuff and all that. And then there was this other type of music that was coming out, like Shinedown and of course like Beartooth and stuff like that, where everyone was just kind of complaining and whining. Not emo. It's totally not emo. It was like, I'm hard, I'm edgy, but I'm inside, I'm gay, something like that. Oh, don't quote me on that one. Don't pull that clip. But I called it sulk rock. S-U-L-K, like, oh, what was me? My mom and dad loved me and gave me everything I wanted, but I'm still not happy. That type of stuff. So I called it sulk rock. And I think that's what Beartooth is. I think it's sulk rock. I'm sulking. I'm writing songs and I'm complaining about, all this other, woe was me type stuff. So anyways, there you go. Caleb Homo, am I right? Oh, God. There go the other 15 listeners of the show. Anyway, so he's now come out as a proud gay man. Proudly a gay man now. So what does that mean? I mean, I didn't read any further because I can't stomach the article anymore, if they had kids or anything like that. But let him be him. Hey, what happened to Rise Against? Well, I'll tell you what happened to Rise Against. They were really, really awesome. And then the lead singer came out and says, I'm transsexual. And then all of a sudden, Rise Against went away. They just disappeared. And the radio stations don't play them anymore. There's some alternative stations out there on the West Coast, like in Arizona and Nevada and all that play them now and then, because I think they're from that area. But they just disappear. What did Billie Eilish, God, what a fucking piece of work she is. She came out as, I'm bisexual. No, you just, today I'm doing this and today I'm doing this. Today I like fish tacos. Tomorrow I like beef Wellington. That type of stuff. So there you go. News article worth publishing, maybe in some other avenue or platform, but there you go. Caleb Shomo is now a homo. All right, guys, when we come back, this woman had to get off the plane, and it's going to be hitting your news feed soon because people were like going, who the fuck raised you? What the hell's wrong with you? And we'll dive into that story when we come back. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We'd love to hear from you, and the way you can be part of the show, you can join the podcast. Go over to prophetradio.com. At the very top of the page says, Be Heard. You can see a little bar right there. Click on that, opens up, takes you to another page, opens up a microphone on your device, wherever you're listening to us on or at. You can speak right into it, comes right to our inbox, and we'll play your voice on the show or alongside of us here in the studio. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a little town we like to call Marshville. And if you were watching this on the YouTube channel, you saw the first segment, which no one else saw or no one else heard because it was so bad. Oh, there's a moth flying around here. It was so bad that I had to stop it and continue and try it again. So if you're watching this over on YouTube, that's kind of the bonus stuff. When we go live here in the studio, you can see me literally punching the screen and yelling at all the people here in the audience or in the studio. And those of you that saw that, I apologize. But you can see the whole entire video over there on our YouTube channel. Now, this guy right here, people are saying, oh, that's so disrespectful. You shouldn't do this. And he's getting criticized for it. A Scottish boy goes viral after refusing to bow to Allah during a scout trip to an Islamic mosque. Well, let's find out why he didn't bow to the gods. The boy who stands in this video. So I'm going to switch over because there's a visual here and they're going to show you. So Beaver Scouts between the ages of 6 and 8 years old take a trip to a Sterling Mosque. Don't let them take your children to these places and participate in these activities, the poster writes. In a field trip group of children ages 6 to 8 years old, the Beaver Scouts are part of a scout movement for the United Kingdom. While the screenshot of the photo has been modified, the clip appears to be authentic. Even local Islamic Facebook groups do not deny that it happened. The scout leader took them to an educational visit to the Central Scotland Islamic Center in Stirling. This Muslim mosque was founded in 1982, so it's a recent mosque that they have. Muslims are compelled to pray 5 times a day toward their holy city of Mecca, Saudi Arabia, and bowing to show submission, meaning the meaning of the word Islam, God damn it, and Muslim, to their God, Allah. So I'm going to switch over here to camera 3, and here's the video of what actually took place in that mosque. So here they go. So you got one guy, teacher, and they got all the little carpets all rolled out and stuff, and all these kids, they're kids, man. It's no different than doing Simon Says at the playground and stuff. These kids don't know what they're doing, except for this one kid basically said, I'm not doing that. And let's find out. Oh, they dubbed in the voice or the thing there. So there he is. All the kids go down. One kid standing there, little shit, with hands in his pockets. That's it. It's a 6-second video. Some of the kids have that seat cover on their head that the Islamic people wear. Let's find out exactly what happened. So let's go back to me now. Oh, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get you, because you're not gonna fly around during the show. You're gonna fuck up my day. There's a fucking moth. I hope I hit him in the blind. In order to earn their quote-unquote faith badge, or faith activity badge, the young scouts were encouraged to follow a religious observation in prostrating themselves before the Muslim god. One young man refused completely, definitively, courageously, just stood there with his hands in the pocket and goes, fuck this, I'm not doing this. Commenters did not fail to see the biblical connection. Speaking of the Bible, one can only imagine the national outrage of the Scottish children had been taken to actively participate in a prayer service in a historical Scottish church as a sign of a submission to the name of Jesus Christ. So let me do a couple things here for you. I know. I'm trying to switch cameras here and beat this moth in the fucking head. When you go to a Jewish wedding and you're in a facility, well, I don't know where they have Jewish weddings at. Is it a mosque still? Religious or not, don't you, out of respect of the people in the church, you have to put the yarmulke on your head, whether you're Jewish or not. The men have to, because you're in the house of their Lord. That fucking moth, I swear to God, it's going to drive me insane the whole entire show. Where's my bug spray at? And you do that out of respect. Now, it's not saying you're denouncing the Jewish religion. You're just doing something that's respectful. When you ask a child or even adult to bow to your God, that's a different story. That's where I draw the line. Hey, you know what? I'll come in here. You can teach me all this stuff. You can go up on your hands and knees and on your elbows all day long and show me how to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not. That fucking moth right in front of my mouth. I'm not doing it. Why? Because it's not my God. I don't believe in that God. Well, Deacon, do you believe in any God? No, I don't believe in any God, but I don't believe in your God. I don't believe there's any God out there. I believe there's this big this big power orb that's way, way, way far away. So don't ask my children to do that. I agree with them. It's like we had the one kid in elementary school. He was a Jehovah's Witness. He was made, his religion says you're not allowed to worship anything. Is Jehovah's Witness where they don't do the birthdays and all that stuff? Hold on. I'm not dealing with this. Isn't the Jehovah Witnesses where they're not allowed to like celebrate birthdays or Christmas or anything like that, and they don't push any prayer toward the flag, like they don't say the Pledge of Allegiance? We're okay with that, right? Aren't we okay with that? Because it's their religion. You don't expect them to. We don't make them say the Pledge of Allegiance, do we? No, because it's out of respect of their God and our God and all that stuff. So there you go. Is he wrong for doing it? Let us know. Comments down below or whatever, wherever you see this video at, let me know. I think he did the right thing. Hey, it's great. Oh, that's what you guys do? Hands in my pocket. I'm going, great. Don't you want to do it? No, I'm good. Smart kid. Smart kid. Now, this lady right here is not very smart at all. This is going to take over your news and viral story feeds here in the next couple days. And basically, what's happened is a video of a woman pushing through the plane passengers before the door has even opened has the internet asking, who the fuck raised you? In a video posted on Twitter or X, shows a woman pushing toward the front of the aircraft before the door has even opened, confronting other passengers who stood in her way. When a fellow passenger said, "Excuse me," she yelled back and refused to move, being threatened by him as other passengers stood watching. So the clip is recorded by another passenger and is shared on Twitter, shows a woman pushing through the aisle with two fellow passengers confronting her, all before the aircraft door has even opened. The door isn't even open yet, the original poster wrote. The man questioned and drew louder the reactions from onlookers as the comments in the sections carried on. One commenter described the scene as a recent flight into Chicago. The woman was seated in the last row, but when the plane landed, she started forward, acting out or putting out, Jesus Christ. Who wrote this article? Started forward acting, put out, and that the seas did not part for her. That's what they wrote. That's what they wrote in the thing. I'm just reading it as is. A flight attendant shut her down right away. Another one wrote, hopefully the Legacy Airlines don't lower their prices and accommodate the low-lives flyers and Unreal. Okay, so here's what happened. I'm going to switch over to camera. Where am I at here? Camera 3. Listen to what she says. Now, it's a black woman, and she's got like a denim jacket, shirt, or something on. She's got red hair, short to her skull, red hair, and there's a white bald man in front of her. Oh, you don't want to do that. He could be a skinhead. So let's find out exactly how this went down. So here we go. Am I playing it? There you go.
Why is you sitting here arguing?
Why are you so...
I'm just asking you to excuse me.
I'm asking you to excuse me.
Why is you sitting here arguing?
Why are you so special?
Because I'm trying to get to the front.
Yeah, we're all trying to get to the front. We all paid the same goddamn money.
Okay, but I'm saying, sir, I'm just telling you, excuse me. If you move...
Cool. And the door ain't open.
I'm just saying, though, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
I'm trying to get up to the front.
Yeah, we all are.
Excuse me.
No. Excuse me.
She always like that? Oh, sorry, you don't know her.
No,
So
thankfully.
if I just move you the fuck out of my way, then I'm assaulting.
Yeah.
You're assaulting.
So you won't move.
No.
I'm asking you to say, excuse me.
no.
Okay.
Everyone is standing and waiting in the aisleway to get off the plane. This woman thinks she can go, excuse me, and work her way up to the front. Excuse me. Now, let's go back to me real quick. I have witnessed this personally, and I've elbowed a couple people in the face. It's always, and I hate to label people, but, you know, if the shoe fits, go ahead and put a Sharpie marker on it. It's always some kind of Indian woman trying to push her way, because, you know, they're only like 5'2", 4'11", trying to sneak under my arm, my elbow and stuff, and kind of weasel their way up with their fucking gap-toothed Neanderthal-looking fucking husband with hair coming out of their ears. I know. Label people, right? Go fuck yourself. And they try to sneak up on, and then, of course, they reach a roadblock somewhere, but I've literally put my elbows out. Like, these are my weapons. You want to come by? You're going to get a face full of fucking... you're going to get an eyeball full of elbow in front of you, straighten them teeth out of yours, but it's always happening. I've never seen it this bad with this type or this group of people, black people. I know I'm getting really, really bad. So here we go. Let's continue this and find out what happens.
I don't have to say yes. Do
I don't have to say yes.
Do I need to say yes?
Sir, I'm saying excuse me.
And I'm saying no,
and you
thank
just
you.
don't block my way.
Yeah.
So if I hit you,
You're
that's
assaulting
assault.
me. And you
Yeah,
got
you've
30
got-
witnesses.
Yeah, you
on
got 30 witnesses if you hit her.
You'll get arrested and then you will get a lifetime flight ban. You want that?
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm just saying excuse
Yeah, boo.
me.
What
Why
you're
y'all
saying is
this?
you think that you are more special than everybody else on this goddamn fucking
Excuse
plane.
me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. And he's got every right to say that. What do they call it? Black fatigue? That's a prime example of black fatigue. I'm not putting up with this shit. Sorry. Nope. You know, I saw a meme the other day and you're like, oh, we need reparations. We need all this other stuff. And then the reparations, you know, they showed, I forget what the statistics were about how many people died in Civil War to make black people free. You know, over 300,000 American soldiers fighting their own people, their own land, Civil War to free slaveries. And there was more to it, you know, but that's what we're saying. Excuse me? Would you let her go by? Fuck no. Sorry. And she's a large black woman. And don't get that neck rolling, girlfriend, because that neck will come out of joint and someone's going to end up in jail. All right, when we come back, speaking of ending up in jail, these two guys, Facebook Marketplace, just a simple transaction led to them fighting over cars and who makes a better car. And then shots were ensued. And we'll dive into what actually happened and the outcome. So stick around. You'll listen to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget to follow us over on Facebook. And the reason why you're going to do that is because all the articles, if you're not watching this over on the YouTube channel, we will post them up over on our Facebook page and you can see them. You can also join that whole entire family over on Facebook. That's Deacon Live, all one word, over on Facebook. Make sure you give us a little follow over there. And you can see all the little short clips, all the little bite-sized edible pieces of the podcast over there as well. And keep up to date with all the news and viral stories over there on our Facebook page. Just search Deacon Live, all one word, and take us along with you. And we'll post these articles, like I said, up there as well. Now, someone who's getting a lot of flack, you know, one of the major car companies, luxurious car companies, is Ferrari. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but you are not allowed to buy a Ferrari brand new. You have to own one for 1 year first before you can buy a Ferrari. Now, they've come out with a new Electric Ferrari. Oh, that goes against everything Ferrari does. I wonder if you have to follow the same rules when buying this electric Ferrari. So let's find out what people are saying about the new Ferrari as they unveil this first electric vehicle with the Luce. Is that Luce? L-U-S-E? L-U-S-E. I'm sorry. L-U-C. What's that letter? What's that letter? L-U-C-E. And it's starting for a mere price of $640,000. Ferrari is entering the electric market with his new car called the Luce, or Luce. How about that? Let's do Luce. It's French, right? Can I French it up a little bit for you? The Luce has 4 electric engines, all-wheel drive, and an advanced drivetrain. Ferrari says, oh, let me switch over so you can see it. There it is right there. The Luce. It's kind of ugly. It looks like a... Let's see what else. It's ugly. Nothing about that says Ferrari. All right, so there you go. There's what it looks like. Let's go back to me. Ferrari says the design is more spacious interior than other models while maintaining the brand's high standard for performance. Sporting about 135. Jesus, figure out the numbers, Trav. 1,035 horsepowers. That's such a weird number for me to say. Anyways. According to Edmunds, the new Ferrari Luce has a starting price of $640,000. The vehicle is said to reach up to 193 miles an hour and travel an estimated distance of 329 miles. So it can go, you ready for this? It can travel 193 miles per hour and travel 329 miles per hour on a full charge or 329 miles on a full charge. So in 2 hours, the car is going to be dead. You see what I'm saying? Did I do math on that correctly? And people are not liking it at all. People are like going, this is garbage. It doesn't say anywhere else as far as the as far as whether you have to own a vehicle or not. Who would buy an electric car? Well, someone who's got enough money to spend, $640,000 on an electric vehicle. But charging it and then it runs, where do you need to go? Electric vehicle, Ferrari. I know it's a status thing because you can buy one. That's fine. You want to buy an electric Ferrari and have it sit in your garage and do what? Eat up electric, not do anything? You got to save the planet. Is this car saving the planet? No, but on the flip side of that, I'm sure Ferrari has come up with all these different designs for the electric vehicle that maybe other manufacturers can learn from. It's kind of like the first flat screen TV, the plasma TVs. They said, these are, like my monitor here is 32 inches. A plasma screen TV back when they came out were like $2,000, $3,000, if not more than that. And they learn, they go, well, the crystallized plasma in there is not very good. Let's switch to something else. And then all the evolution of TVs and so on and so forth. So maybe Ferrari's doing a good thing. Maybe they're not making a lot of them by request, right? We'll build an order for you because Ferrari gives you a baby book too. Like if you order Ferrari and you qualify for Ferrari, they give you a baby book and they say, Sarah stitched every seat with this is the needle that, made your seats and the covers. And this is Jamaikas. I'm trying to think of French names. Jacques, who put the tail muffler on. Oh, you don't need a tail muffler on the electric because there's no exhaust, all that stuff. I wonder if you get a baby book with the Ferrari on the electric one. It'll be a short book. It'll show you actually the miners, when I say miners, like coal miners that in China that were digging out all the minerals and stuff to create the batteries, and the length or the train that transported the batteries, and how much exhaust and all the other, people say it costs more to make the batteries than the batteries are actually worth. So there you go. Maybe you'll see that in your baby book. Now, something that these guys didn't see in their baby book was a gunfight at the OK Corral type deal. A Facebook marketplace buyer was murdered for a petty BMW versus Mercedes argument. Here we go. A Facebook marketplace buyer was gunned down the seller over a petty argument whether BMW made a better high-end quality cars than Mercedes. Omar Bridgdon, 31 years old, was sentenced to life without possible parole in Michigan last week for murdering married 38-year-old seller Orhan Osic, Hosic, who was blind in one eye as a result of a childhood cancer battle, according to this article. God almighty. You shot the only eye he could see out of, Hosic's stepmother told Bridgton. Omar, can I just use their first name, please? You shot his only eye out, his only eye that he could see out of, Orhan's stepmother told Omar in a victim impact statement read at his court in Flint, Michigan. There is something you will have to live with for the rest of your life. Omar has driven to, what's his name? Orhan's home in Fenton Township, 15 miles outside of Flint, Michigan, on July 2024 to buy 2 Corvette seats. They were later found inside of Omar's orange Camaro, but the planned sale turned deadly when the pair started fighting over which German manufacturer was better, BMW or Mercedes, if they made better cars than the other one. Orhan was found lying in a pool of blood at the bottom of his garage stairs with multiple gunshot wounds. Omar was arrested 2 weeks later with forensics matching his guns and the bullet used for the murder, as well as the bloody footprints at the scene. He also had the victim's phone. Now, I'm going to switch over to Orhan. Switch over to camera 2 or 3. Believe me, I can see what his stepmother meant by having a good eye or a bad eye. So I'm going to switch over there. Oh, yeah. His right eye in the picture, right to us, looks fake. He's a white-looking guy, maybe Middle Eastern guy, but pale skin, And here's Omar, black guy, dreads, and they were fighting over if BMW or Mercedes was a better car. Let's go back to me now. I know. I don't write the things. They just come out. So can you imagine the argument? Do you think Mercedes is better? Or do you think BMW is better? There's a bunch of jokes in there, and there's a lot of things that you can talk about. I've never had a BMW. I've never driven a Mercedes. But on the outskirts of it, on the outside of it, I think they pretty much sell the same amount, as far as, maybe 50,000 cars this year for BMW, maybe 48,000 for Mercedes. Do I think one's a higher class than the other one? Yes, I think Mercedes-Benz is a higher class of car. When you watch like the Jason Bourne movies or movies of that genre, and they're driving, the bad guy's always in some kind of Mercedes, right? It's never like a BMW. The BMW is the good guy's car. It's kind of like Apple phones are in the bad guy's hands and the Android phones are in the good guy's hands. Now they've eliminated that. I think Apple put up a stink about that. But I think Mercedes and BMW, it's all depends on what you want. It's no different than here in America, people fighting over Chevy and Ford. Now I own a Ford, or sorry, Jesus Christ. Watch out for that lightning. I own a Chevy truck. My dad, to this day, will drive nothing but Ford. And my dad lives in the house with us, and he's got a Ford sitting out there in the driveway. I make him park way down the driveway. But that's the same argument. Jesus, people. Someone needs to go to church. When we come back, this guy was just trying to be a therapist in a Walmart parking lot and set up a little stand, kind of like Lucy from the Peanuts. Said, therapists in-house, ready to go, 25 cents a session. And this guy took it a little too far, but ended up making a big hit before the cops show up. And I'll tell you what he was doing and where he was doing it at. So stick around. You'll listen to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget all the musical artists that you hear during the breaks. During the audio portion of the podcast are all independent artists. We give them a platform to showcase their music on. So if you like it, enjoy them. Make sure you follow all the links that we describe to you. And if you want to hear the full-length songs, we have an actual playlist of music that we've had on since 2025 over on Spotify. So there's over 100 different artists over there. So if you search Music Heard on Deacon Live, you can listen to all the different musical artists that we've had here on the show for the last year and a half. It was just released or opened up to us this past year, so we took advantage of it, and we said, you know what, this would be great for listening artists or people listening to the show to listen to every single artist that we have here on the show, because I get emails a lot, who is that artist, what's all the details and stuff. So to make things less complicated, we have all the full-length artists that have been on the show over the last 2 years. Year and a half, I would say. So you can check them out over there. And when you click on it, they get a shekel or two. So you're supporting them as well. And we try to support them here on Deacon Live by giving them a platform to get their music out to our listening audience. Now, this one right here was in a parking lot. A woman named America over on TikTok bought $700 worth of meat from a truck parked in a parking lot, thinking that she'd found a great deal. All right, first of all, so many red flags right there in the beginning. A guy has a truck parked on the side of the road. And I want to say side of the road, in a parking lot. Now, I've seen people where they set up like, we've got pit bulls for sale, or what do they call them? American Terriers now. They don't want to put pit bull on it because it's so cliche, or there's a nuance to it. And they'll sit in the back of like the Lowe's parking lot. And they'll hey, whatever for sale, or if they got eggs or something, or, because we live out here in the country, or if they got something for sale. This guy had a tent, 10 by 10 tent, had a canopy and all that on it, and had like signage, a lot of signage. It looked legit type deal. So she went and bought $700 worth of steak. So let's find out what actually happened. Thinking that she found a great deal, she shared her experience on TikTok, and the video has since gone viral. The video shows how what seems to be like a bargain quickly turned into a costly mistake. According to Bro Bible, the deal was advertised for $20 for $39, which sounded like a good offer, but at first, America, the girl's name is America, and her partner loaded up their car the salesperson kept pushing them to buy more and more. They were convinced to keep adding up their purchase. By the end of the purchase, they had ended up spending $700 on meat. When they got home, America started going through her TikTok comments, and this is when things took a turn. Her partner, Brandon, tried to brush it off, saying, hey, everyone's saying this meat sucks. America herself said, I don't read the comments. I don't want to know. But then she kept reading anyways, and she found out what she found left them both in shock. Commenters had bought steaks from that same truck before and were not happy with what they revealed. One person said that the steaks were paper thin and tasted like rubber. Another one said they were unusable and not worth the money. Another buyers also pointed out that some of the steaks can weigh as little as 3 ounces, making the deal far worse than it actually appears on the surface. After going through a long, difficult process, America, the girl, and her partner managed to get their money back. The company selling the meat is called Backyard Butchers. Oh, God. No FDA in there as well. And it holds an F rating from the Better Business Bureau. There you go. Poor rating lines up with many complaints about people they have shared online and the quality of product. Why are they still out there? Can we arrest those people? Can we arrest these people? There's got to be some kind of thing out there where, hey, man, do you have a license to sell this meat out here? Well, I do. I've got a butcher's license. All right, well, can you do it somewhere else? Do you have to ask the store for that as well? All right, so I'm going to switch over to her TikTok video and switch over to camera 3 so we can see it all together and all be friends. So here we go. This is American Gracie, and this is what happened when she went to go get the $700 steak. So here we go. Oh, the music playing. So it looks like they got a box, 2 boxes. They're at the Napa dealership or Napa Auto Parts. Oh, God, they got a lot of steaks. And that's it. So there you go. Let's go back to me now. America's story is a clear example of how easy to get swept away of what looks like a great deal. In fact, the TikTok trend that forces a life reflection has been pushing millions of people down to slow down and think a little bit more carefully before making big decisions. The salesperson kept pushing her and pushing her partner to buy more and more, and they went along without even stopping to look at the products first. A quick online search has shown that many of the complaints are tied up from this sale. The key takeaway from the story is sometimes if selling meat out of a truck in a parking lot is worth a big deal of excitement, but stick to what you know. When I was growing up and a kid, and I grew up in Orlando, Florida, there was always a white truck, like a Ford Ranger, and it had a meat cooler on the back of it, or just a deep freezer on the back of it. And he would drive around, and he'd pull like the kids in the neighborhood. Hey, does your mom and dad like steaks? Yeah. Well, I got some meat right here. Ask them if they want some of this meat. And, the mom, dad, this guy's out here selling meat. And it was a common thing in neighborhoods. And we weren't like a poor neighborhood. We were a middle-class neighborhood, white neighborhood mostly. And he would drive around and he would sell vacuum-sealed steaks. Where are they getting the meat from? Where's this shitty meat? I mean, there's got to be some kind of production somewhere. Where are these cows coming from? Who's regulating, who's butchering the cows? Are they done at a processing plant, not, worked on by the FDA? The health inspector going in there? They're just grabbing cows and... But even still, if you grab a cow and the meat's bad, it's not because of the butcher. It's because of the cow. So what I'm saying is, where is the meat coming from? The bad meat, the chewy meat, the rubber sole meat is coming from bad cows. Where are these bad cows at? Why are they processing the bad cows? Because like I said, you could take a cow, any cow that's been raised on a farm, even if you steal it. You stole my cow. And even if you're a bad butcher, the meat is still good. Or am I missing something there? Is there a process of cutting the meat to where the blood doesn't go into this and all that stuff? I don't know. Or maybe these are accidents from the Winn-Dixie people. Or are they old steaks from somewhere? Who knows? Now, this guy had the right idea. Again, set up in a parking lot. And unfortunately, got arrested. A Florida man 45 years old. Let me switch over to camera 3 here so you can see him. Here he is. Oh, look at him. I go talk to him. A Florida man, 45 years old, arrested after building a full-size tiki bar in the middle of a Walmart parking lot and serving drinks to shoppers for 3 hours before the police arrived. So let's go back to me now. Let's find out what's going on with this guy here. A Florida man arrested after building an emotional support tiki bar in a Walmart parking lot for stressed shoppers in Orlando, Florida. We made it. We're famous. Police arrested 45-year-old Brian Tucker after authorities said that he constructed a tiki bar in the middle of a Walmart parking lot and just began offering therapy mojitos to frustrated customers. According to the witnesses, Tucker spent most of the afternoon greeting drivers with lies and just greeting the drivers and asking them, rough grocery trip, buddy? The police said in this gonna kill you too. Thank you. You're gonna die. Thank you. Police said this makeshift tiki stand included bamboo roofing, string lights, folding bar stools, and a cocktail menu featuring drink names like Child Support Culata or the Rollback Rum Runner and Self-Checkout Survivor. Hey, give him some credit, man. He's doing something. Of course, was reportedly lined up after Tucker began handing out free samples to the people leaving the store, visibly angry. One witness told the police, "I came out for batteries and somehow ended up discussing my divorce with this shirtless guy named Coconut Brian." There you go. Authorities say Tucker claimed that the bar was a public service after seeing so many stressed parents arguing near the garden center. The operation finally ended after officers noticed several shoppers sitting around the tiki hut chatting. One more round. He nailed it, man. He nailed it. Police reports say that Tucker remained extremely cooperative during the arrest and allegedly asked the officers if they wanted to, quote, one road margarita for the paperwork. So there you go. Brian Tucker, you're a hero in my eyes. And he wasn't doing anything wrong. Well, I mean, legally he was probably doing some stuff wrong. But he was just saying, hey, man, you know what? Hey, man. Because he looked like he's got his Hawaiian shirt on. He's got his tiki bar shirt on. His hair's, that salt and pepper Brody from Point Break. Patrick Swayze. He's got that Patrick Swayze dirty salt of the earth type Florida hair. And he's like, man, you guys just need to relax, man. You guys just need to, you're lucky he wasn't selling weed. He was just doing legal stuff like alcohol. and does he ID him? Who knows? Maybe a kid or two had a cocktail or two. Mommy, I want a pizza. Take me to go get a pizza. And so they arrested him. On what charge? Probably distribution of alcohol without a permit. He's going to pay a fine. But he's going to end up somewhere. Someone's going to take advantage of that. His little story, Brian Tucker's story, and say, hey, you know what? You did a great job. Let's have you over here somewhere. Let's have you at our next event. And you can charge whatever you want for your little mojitos and stuff. All right, guys, when we come back. Oh, God. Get ready for this one. Let me see what time we got. There is a woman that likes to do things in an Airbnb. There's a lot of social media people out there that take Airbnbs and wreck them, and they pay the deposit fee or whatever it is, and they make millions of views on TikTok and all their social platforms and stuff. What this woman does to get views on her TikTok channel and all her other social media will disgust you and make you think twice about renting an Airbnb again, which is sad because this woman ruined it for me. So stick around. We'll get into her story and what she did. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. If you don't want to go live on the air with us, that's fine. And you can always email me at any time. And here's the thing. The website, the Prophet Radio website, which holds all the fine programming that comes out of the studio. The email, I've been working on it. I'm trying to get it right. So do me a favor. Email me, deacon@prophetradio.com, and just put the word test. Test right there in the subject line and put your physical address. And what I'll do is I'll send you out a magnet and some stuff from the studio here because I'm having a problem with the rerouting of the email because I went from one server to another platform to whatever, and I'm getting all these like, you've reached your limits, and I'm like going, I haven't even emailed anyone. So I need you guys to email me, deacon@profitradio.com. In the subject line, just put test, and then below that, in the subject, put your physical address, and I'll email you out a sticker. It's not an email grab, believe me. I'm just trying to figure out something. If it's happening outside, because I'm kind of in a closed network here between all the different computers and stuff, so I can email myself. It literally just jumps from this computer to that computer. I don't know if it's me. I just want to see if it's working outside the parameters of the studio. So email me, and I'll send you out some magnets, and I got stickers and buttons, all that stuff, and I'll mail it out to you free of charge. That's for helping me out. Figure that out there. Now, help me out right now. Figure out this, okay? A Florida female can't apparently hold it in. The headline reads, she's a cute girl. She's 31 years old. She's busted again for another alleged urine incident. The total estimated property damage comes out to about $17,000 plus. A Florida female who was arrested earlier this year for allegedly urinating on Airbnb furniture is making headlines again after a similar accusation. Back in March, Noletta Kyo, Nicoletta. Let's put it that way. 31 was arrested on 2 counts felonies of criminal mischief. Arrest report said that Nicoletta, is that her name? Let's put Nicolette. Sorry. Nicolette urinated on furniture in 2 downtown Pensacola Airbnb homes, according to the station report. She reportedly caused thousands and thousands of dollars in property, adding that she allegedly uploaded the video of the incidents to an adult website. Nicolette was released from the Escambia County Jail on a $5,200 bond, and then turned around and did it right back again. She literally did. But now she is behind bars again following the same accusation. She was hit last week with felony charges of property damages worth over $1,000. In reference to the new charge, the owner of the Pensacola Airbnb on April 24th told the police videos show Nicolette, who stayed in the residence for last year from August 31st to September 11th, urinated on furniture inside the home. Jesus Christ. The video of the Pensacola police reported confirmed the allegations. The estimated property damage comes out to about $17,000. There was a blue coral chair for $500, king size mattress $4,000, twin mattress $2,900, leather sofa $5,000, sleeper sofa $4,800. Nicolette appeared in court Thursday as the judge set her bond for $10,000 this time around. But Nicolette will remain in Escambia County Jail since her bond was revoked for violating bail conditions over a battery arrest in mid-March. Nicolette is due in court on June 9th for a bond revocation hearing, adding that she will appear in the thing. So here's her thing. Police told the station that while she believes there hasn't been any more new instances since her arrest this past March, more charges or previous instances are possible. So here's Jesus Christ. What kind of world are we living in? So she does these videos. What do they call them? Lemon parties, waterworks, pee showers, whatever. She's peeing on furniture. Now, I know this story came out a while ago, but she got arrested again here recently, and she's still doing it. She's out on bond and whatever. And she's making stuff on YouTube. Can YouTube, I guess, well, hold on. I guess it's the adult network. Let's say it's OnlyFans. Just to call a spade, let's put a label on it. It's OnlyFans. Can you do that on OnlyFans? Like if you want to shit, I can't believe no one's ever taken a shit on your chest. Once can I find it? It's a movie reference. Everyone who knows that out there, like 10 of us saw it. Can you do that on the networks, on the OnlyFans? Are you allowed to I guess, if they'll allow, ejaculation on there, do they allow evacuation on there as well? on OnlyFans? I don't know. I've never watched OnlyFans. I've never heard of people like, oh, I'm gonna get on OnlyFans and shit on cell phones. You know, that's your shtick. And you make, you know, however many hundreds of $1,000s a month. How much money is she making peeing on my leather couch? How much money can I make peeing on my leather couch? You know, oh, no, Deacon, you already peed on that 10 times. We're getting bored of that. Finding something else new to pee on. But I don't want to pee on anything else. I just want to pee on this leather couch. No, we're done. And your viewership goes down and your money goes down. And you're like, I got to make another 100,000. I'll pee on this mattress. No, don't pee on a mattress. We sleep there, babe. I'll buy 10 more next month. Just let me pee on it a couple times. Is it because of the mystery of the Airbnb? It's not your property. Oh, this person, it's you know, it's the risk of being caught. Here's this girl, Nicolette. She's a little questionable. Cute girl for what she's doing. Wants to pee on something. Makes a little money. Pees on something else because it's not her place. It's not, oh my God, look at that. She's destroying that Airbnb. Is it a prank? Is their viewership prank oriented? Ah, yeah, look, pee on that too. Pee on that. Or is it a sexual thing? I don't know. It could be both. It could be kids saying, but if that's her only shtick, she's going to run out of juice here in a little bit. She's going to get tired of peeing. When is she going to pee on next? Food trucks. Pee right there. I like a taco. What are you doing? Ay, caramba. So there you go. Now, this dog right here got into some serious trouble because he owned a firearm. No, dog, like physical dog. Yeah, like bark, 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 bark. A dog fires off multiple gunshots and hits a nearby Nebraska gas station, the cops say. And a dog astounding, oh, Jesus Christ. A dog astonishingly open-fired and struck a driver idling yards away at a red light in Nebraska after its paws got on its owner's shotgun during a chaotic pit stop on Saturday. The pooch, its owners, and the passengers pulled into a short stop, like a corner store or something like that, a baseball-themed gas station and convenience store in Scottsbluff just before noon. When the owner popped into the store, just for a second, the curious canine started to rifle around in the back seat and came across the shotgun. Somehow, the pooch popped off several rounds straight through the passenger side of the door, according to the police reports. The truck's passengers, who had lingered near the truck while waiting for the driver, watched in apparent bewilderment as the dog opened fired. One shot soared across the gas station and reportedly struck a woman waiting at a nearby traffic light. The Scottsbluff Police Department were originally told that someone had fired off a BB gun, but realized that several situations, or the severity of the situations, when they found the shell-shocked dog and a smoking shotgun in the backseat of the car. The lone victim was shot in the arm and hospitalized for non-threatening life injuries, and it is against the law in Nebraska to travel with a loaded shotgun in a vehicle while driving on any highway. It's also punishable as a low-level misdemeanor or a fine of $50. So, this dog, are we on me now? We're on me. So this dog, guy's got a shotgun in the back seat. Why? Don't know. Didn't say. But right there, against the law, have a shotgun loaded, ready to go, racked and everything in the back of, in your car, in your possession. Anyways, when you're traveling down the highway, can you do it on back roads and stuff? Maybe. I don't know. I don't live in Nebraska. If you live in Nebraska, let me know. So the dog, he's probably in the back seat. Think of it this way. You roll your windows down a little bit for little Poochie, right? Little Poochie sitting there, and Air Bud, he's in the back seat, back and forth, back and forth. So the shotgun, I guess, I'm assuming it's laying on the seat flat down. And probably got his foot somewhere. You know how dogs, they'll pace and they'll get up in the window and their back feet will do the little doggy dance in the back seat of the car or on the floor or whatever. And he probably got his foot, his paw, wrapped somewhere in the trigger mechanism and fired it off. Kablam! Now here's the thing that I have. It's a shotgun, right? It's not a rifle. It's not a AR-15. It's not a, whatever. It's not an assault rifle. It's a shotgun. Shotguns carry like bird pellets, small BBs and stuff. And maybe sometimes people will have a slug. It's a big slug that comes out of it, almost like a bullet. So maybe the shotgun, which does not go far. I mean, your range of a shotgun is what, 30 yards, maybe? If you're doing bird shots or something like that, 40 yards. So how far was the lady away from them that got hit in the arm? Because they thought it was a BB, so it had to be small buckshot in there. And how far was she away for it to go through the side door and then into and not hit anyone else, and then in this lady's arm who's just sitting on the corner selling her hot dogs? There's a lot more questions I have. I have a lot of questions, but the article doesn't dive into it. So I'm sure the owner's going to get like a $50 fine and they'll watch the dog and he'll maybe have to do like 20 hours community service. But the question that I had, back to my original question, is why is the shotgun racked and loaded, sitting in the back seat with the dog laying on the back seat and the dog's pantsing around and stuff? If you've got something loaded and it's against the law, maybe this guy was not from Nebraska and did not know the laws, but still, you've got a shotgun racked and loaded, laying on the back seat, and your dog's back there too. Aren't you worried? Isn't the safety on? Red is dead type deal. Is the safety on? Is it not on? What's going on with that? Lady on the side of road 0, dog 1. All right, there you go. All right, guys, we appreciate you listening to the show. If you've enjoyed the podcast, make sure you follow us over on TikTok. You can follow us over there on Instagram. That's BPodcastFamous. You can also leave a voice message. Go over to profitradio.com. At the top of the page says Be Heard. Opens up a microphone. You can be anonymous, too, if you want. Leave your voice message here. We'll play it on the very next show. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in a little town just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina called Marshville. Get your voice message in. And on that note, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you got to do. My name is the Deacon saying good night. And good night.
Wait, I'm back.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
Bye. See you later. Welcome back, guys. On today's show, who is Dr. Coconut Brian, and why is this woman needs to get in the front of the plane so fast? And is Airbnb changing their name to Airp&P? And where this teenager is who refuses to kneel before the Almighty God. All this and much, much more. Next 60 minutes or so, we'll get you up to date on viral news stories and videos you might have missed over the last several days, or we'll be talking about it here in the upcoming few. How are you? How are things going? Are you doing all right? Are you getting along with everyone? That's all we care about, is that you're getting along with someone and someone's getting along with you. Now, we're going to kick off the show with a story that for some reason is making headlines. I don't know why, but this guy right here, a rock star's wife, says a 14-year marriage is done after the singer comes out as proudly gay. Now, he says he's now a proudly gay man. The Beartooth frontman, never heard of Beartooth, but maybe he's out of my range, my the type of music that I listen to. The lead singer, his name is Caleb Shomo, and his wife Fleur. F-L-E-U-R. You can't set the record straight if you're gay. I don't know. I'm reaching for it there, but you guys get the drift. To avoid hurting anyone or those I love any further is what he was quoted at. Hours. Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I starting already? Hours later, Fleur, who married Caleb in April of 2012, released her own statement that while she fully loves and supports Caleb, in the past few months have been a really, quote, hurtful time to navigate. Not really sure how to start this because anything even needs to be said about it. Does anything need to be said about it? Starting off already on a good note. You know what it is? My rhythm's off a little bit. So let's see if I can calm down and relax and read this article. But I guess I'll just dive right into it. And she begins. For the past few months, this is his wife, Fier. For the past few months, I've been very disorienting. Are you allowed to say that? And hurtful time for both of us. But I always want, it's my eyesight. That's what it is. It's my eyesight. but I always want, love, protect, and support Caleb. I have carried more than his well-being over the years and anything else in the world. I've cared more about... Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I start this whole show over? Can I please? I'm going to start it over. I'm sorry. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to start over. This is why you watch the live stream. I'm starting over. Fuck this. Stop streaming. Stop recording.